My dad begged me to wire $3,400 for an urgent property tax lien. 4 days later, I pulled into my parents' driveway and saw a catered birthday party for my 28-year-old brother, 40 cars, a bartender, a photographer, and my credit card was paying the bill. My wife, Maya, squeezed my knee as we got out. Tyler still lived in my parents' basement, but his birthday was stacked with money. The front door opened early. Tyler stood there with a champagne flute and that smug grin. "Did you bring the $1,800 lens I texted you about?" "No," he laughed to his friend. Mr. Six Figures can't spare money for family. Mom appeared in an apron, already scanning me like a checklist. "The gravy's acting up, and the oven thermometer is wrong. No hug, no smile, just work." I nodded once, then walked past her anyway. In the backyard, Tyler posed for photos under string lights. I drifted to the bar table and saw an invoice sitting out. Professional photography, paid, card ending in 4,782. My card, the same one I'd been using to cover family bills for years. Dinner started and Maya and I got seated at the far end. Tyler sat dead center, Mom and Dad flanking him like royalty. Dad stood and tapped his glass. "Tyler doesn't chase money," Dad announced. "He chases beauty, art." People clapped. "Supporting an artist takes sacrifice," Dad added. "From all of us." My jaw tightened because all of us always meant me. Someone blurted, "What about your other son?" Dad's smile twitched, then he pointed at me. "Come up here," he said. "Say a few words." I stood, phones lifted. I could feel the trap snap shut. I walked up, kept it short, and tried to sit. "Happy birthday," I said. Dad's hand clamped on my shoulder and held me there. "This one's our practical son," he told the crowd. "He keeps the lights on." Uneasy laughter. Tyler smirked. So I said, "Like the urgent tax lien you needed Tuesday?" Silence. Dad hissed. "Inside, now." He yanked me into the kitchen. Mom followed. Tyler followed, annoyed. The door shut, and Dad rounded on me. "How dare you embarrass me?" I stared at him. "You just told everyone my job is funding Tyler." Dad didn't blink. "Because it is." Then he said it, calm as a rule. "You exist to pay his dreams." Mom tried to jump in, but Dad kept going. "You're logical. You execute. You don't need support." He nodded at Tyler. "He's sensitive. He needs backing." Tyler crossed his arms. "If you're gonna throw money in our faces," he said, "just leave." I pulled out my phone. First, I opened my banking app. Then I found the monthly mortgage transfer. Next, I hit cancel. The confirmation flashed. Dad's eyes went wide, so I canceled Tyler's Jeep payment. After that, I removed myself from their joint account. Then I scheduled Tyler's phone line to shut off Monday. I pocketed my phone and nodded at the door. "You said there's the door," I told Dad. "I'm taking it." Maya was already by the car, keys in hand. The next morning, my phone looked possessed. Missed calls, voicemails, texts flipping from rage to panic. "Dad, mortgage due." "Tyler, my phone's off." I didn't answer. I opened the spreadsheet I'd kept for years and exported it to a PDF. Sunday afternoon, Maya held her phone out. Tyler had made a GoFundMe, calling it financial abuse. He wrote that I had a six-figure job and abandoned them. So I commented with my name and the facts. Student loans, total payments, the failed artist gallery, and the sentence Dad said in the kitchen. "You exist to pay his dreams." 10 minutes later, the GoFundMe vanished. A few weeks after that, my credit monitoring lit up. Someone tried to open a new credit card in my name. Same city as my parents. I went cold. Maya said, "Report it." So I filed a police report and emailed my parents. One warning: do it again, and I'll press charges. Dad left a voicemail crying, begging for $100 for groceries. I cried too, and I still didn't send it because $100 wasn't groceries. It was permission. 6 months later, Maya and I signed papers on our own house. No help, no guilt, just keys and quiet. My parents sold their place, moved into an apartment, and got normal jobs. Tyler finally got hired somewhere that made him show up. Then one day, in a grocery store, I turned a corner and saw my parents comparing soup prices with coupons. They looked smaller, older. Mom stepped forward. "Ethan." Dad gently caught her arm. He met my eyes and gave a tiny nod. Not forgiveness, not a plea, just acceptance. I nodded back and walked away. It hurt, but it also felt clean. For the first time in years, I could breathe.